Hello guys, this is Srinath Bhatt from Decrypt IELTS coming back to you with one more set of video regarding Competency Demonstration Report for Australian PR. Nowadays, majority of the engineering technicians or engineering graduates prefer to go to either of the two countries for their career development opportunities. That is, one is Canada or second one is Australia. Considering the PR requirements and lot of opportunities there in place, that's why the people are preferring for those two destinations. So when you are applying for Australian PR, this video will certainly come into your rescue, and is one of the biggest obstacles which will come in your PR journey, wherein you'll have to complete your competency demonstration report and get it certified by one of the approving authorities, maybe Engineers Australia or any other authority which is suitable for your educational qualification what you have gained till date. Okay. So for mechanical engineers, and if we are not falling under any Sydney Accord or Melbourne Accord or any of such accords, then most certainly you'll have to go for competency demonstration report only through Engineers Australia, wherein you'll have to have your application filled, and you'll have to demonstrate your competency through career episodes, 3 career episodes to be very precise, with one set of your career proficiency demonstration along with the summary statement. So about all these I'll take you through with the set of slides available over here, and before starting, I would like to tell you that I have been approved as a professional engineer from Engineers of Australia, and you would certainly need help from the people who have been approved already and proven competent. And if you need any kind of help, please do reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to assist you in this. Without any further ado, let us get started. Competency Demonstration Report for Australian PR. This video covers migration skills assessment, and if you are a working professional, then you'll have to prove your skilled employment assessment as well. Okay, so why this migrant skill assessment is required? Because as I've told you previously, gateway to migrate to Australia is through your skill assessment only. Okay, so you'll have to get this assessment completed in order to even file your PR in their portal. Okay, so this is the primary step. So you cannot file a PR application without MSc approval and documentary evidence of core technical engineering knowledge. So if any country would want to understand your core competency and your engineering skills, definitely they'll have to have some kind of documentation or some kind of activity done from you to understand how good you are and whether you will be an asset to their country or no. So this is just a method of understanding your competency and core engineering techniques, how much you can use. So assessment of equivalent years of work experience. You can say I have 10 years of experience, I have 9 years of experience. So Australians have their own way of analyzing your experience, how qualified you are, and what is the equivalent experience for in their country considering your skill set. Okay, this is one of the important parameters. So if you feel that you are a working professional and you also need to get your work experience assessed from this Engineers Australia, then certainly this video is going to help you out. Stay tuned. So requirements to complete a CDR. So I've told you before, competency demonstration report requires a set of inputs to file your application, to process your request, and to give up outcome of your request. So first primary requirement is that either IELTS or TOEFL or PT is not going to leave you anywhere in English speaking countries. Certainly, if you are an IELTS test taker, you should have at least less than 3-year-old IELTS results with you, with bare minimum 6 in all the modules. Okay, and if you are opting for TOEFL, then at least your TOEFL score should be in listening 12, reading 13, writing 21, and speaking should be 18. So if you have taken PTE, then in all the sections your result should be greater than or equals to 50. So there are a few exemptions. So the exemptions as that if you have studied in Australia with a recognized institution for more than 2 years or so, then you need not to write IELTS, or you need not to show the your English competency results. Then secondary, if you are a citizen of UK, USA, Canada, New Zealand and Ireland, then you need not to provide your English test results to that authority. So then you should carry one passport copy in soft and a passport sized photograph as well. Build a good CV with details about your experience that is required while applying for this career assessment, Evidence of your English language competence, that is nothing but your TRF form obtained from IELTS test after your IELTS test result. So color copies of all your qualifications, including your degree certificates. If you have 1 or 2 degrees, then the color certificates are required, along with the transcripts. See, this academic transcripts is the one which will take a longer period of time. So before applying for this assessment, get your all the transcripts from your universities. That is most important. Okay, this is going to help you out, because when assessing your skill set, they will go through what kind of lectures you have undergone, what kind of subjects you have studied, and whether you are a professional engineer or not. So all these things will be looked at. So you will have to get your academic transcripts, a written statement that lists evidence of your continuing professional development. So about these are the 2 points which are going to eat away your time. So one is your CPD. You need to record your CPD. I will explain in detail about what CPD is and how to fill that as CPD, and my CPD demonstration also give. And career episodes, you'll have to file 3 career episodes in order to have a successful assessment of your CDR. And summary statement, one summary statement is must, and these 3 parameters are going to take a lot of your time, and you'll have to prepare all these documents before and then apply. That is very good for you. Okay, so I'll just explain in detail. Career episode is, the purpose of this career episode is to demonstrate to the assessor that you have the desired engineering knowledge to enter into that profession which you are willing to go to in Australia, and it is consolidated report and applied appropriately to confirm the stage 1 competencies. So they have certain checklists, and they are just trying to understand in your career whether you have applied your core engineering principles in your way of work, and have you been able to solve the problems. So that is the way this career episode works. Okay, this is very important. Almost if you complete 3 career episodes, then your 90% of your CDR work is done. Okay, then continuing professional development. So this is one thing wherein they are trying to understand whether you have grown continuously, and you have involved, or you have invested your time into developing your skills by undergoing some seminars or some tuitions, or through some training, so as to make sure that you are becoming a good leader and able to lead the team, solve the problems. All these kind of things are looked at continuing professional development report what you are going to submit. So at least 50 hours of your CPD must be recorded. So in that particular area where you have worked, no, that CPD has to be recorded, bare minimum 50. Okay, if you are a mechanical engineer, then 50 hours of mechanical engineering related subjects needs to be studied within a span of 3 years, last 3 years or last 2 years. Okay, so summary statement is the last section of your CDR report, which is required in the migration skill assessment process of Engineers Australia. Acts as a demonstration of your core technical skills. Like there is a one checklist where they are telling few of the technical competencies which are required to certify you as a professional engineer, and you will have to show the evidences from your career episodes that I have covered all these parameters in my way of work. So refer to this career episode 1, point number 2. Like that, you will have to give the illustration. That is a summary statement. With that, assessor will be sure that yes, you have worked hard enough to get that certifications from Engineers Australia. Okay, so my CDR journey, how it started and how it ended, what was the outcome of this letter. I created my profile in Engineers Australia website on May 25th, 2022, and I submitted my application on June 26th. Okay, between May 25th and June 26th, I was preparing career episodes. 3 career episodes I prepared by on my own. Recorded my CPD in Engineers Australia portal only. I'll show you how we are going to record our CPDs, and prepared a summary statement as well. These 3 are the primary requirements in order to submit your application. So based on this, they will work and they will see that whether you can be approved as a professional engineer or engineering manager or not. Okay, so here one thing, career episode, when writing career episode, there is a very scary things which come into picture is plagiarism. Okay, you cannot copy another one's work. So they have dedicated tools to detect plagiarism, and if you are copying from internet and putting it on your career episode, then believe me that you are going to get banned. Okay, there are many people who are telling that you pay us $500, we'll write your career episodes and we'll give you. No one can describe your experience better than yourself. Keep that in mind. Okay, and prepare your career episode by yourself. Do not go to any third party. They cannot determine your fate, and they cannot justify your experiences. You are the master of your experience, and you will be the better author to write it. Okay, don't go to anyone else. I am not sure how anyone can write a career episode on behalf of you. Okay, so plagiarism is the, जो बोलते हैं ना घंटी, ऊपर से टांगता हुआ घंटी है, अगर वो हिट कर गया तो आप बैन हो जाओगे. तो please make sure don't plagiarize anything. Keep your work original, and definitely you will be passed in this assessment test. There is a payment approximately 1,178 Australian dollars, equivalent to 65 to 66,000 Indian rupees, that needs to be paid during the application submission, and they will process your application, and it takes a lot of time to in queue to get your application assessed. So when even though I applied on, or I submitted my application on June 26th, my application or my content was reviewed and given a feedback saying that we require some additional information from your end. So that came almost 2 months after June 26, July, August. So it is after 2 months I got reply from them saying that you'll have to give certain inputs so as to make sure that we are verifying your records, and you'll have to give some, demonstrate some thing else so as to mark you good. Okay, so this they'll give you almost 1 month of time, that is 29 days. So before September 29th I had to give my supporting documents to them, but I gave almost a week before, so my outcome of the application was released on September 28th. So they asked for additional information is primary and secondary documents. This was not mainly because of my career episodes, that was perfectly fine, but I had also applied for my skills assessment or my experience assessment. So in my experience assessment, what will happen is that you list down your number of employers from your beginning of your work to current. Okay, so when you give that, they will be requiring primary and secondary documents. Primary document is nothing but you will need a reference letter from your immediate supervisor or from your boss stating that you have been working in this organization from here and here, taking over this role, and your roles and responsibilities were like this, and your current remuneration, that is your salary, is like this, and you have been working fine and your behavior is good, like that. So that kind of reference letter is required from each and every employer where you have worked previously or what you have shown in the application. That is the primary document. And secondary document, you cannot cheat anybody with your work experience. So you will need to submit two of the major secondary documents. One is your PF statement. Each organization pays some kind of is involved in provident funds. So you'll have to give a provident fund statement in which it shows your month on month PF deposits in your account. That needs to be given so as to make sure that your years of experience can be calculated accordingly. And second one is annual tax statement. So if you are falling under the taxation slab, for example, if you are in a slab 1 over there, you are earning more than 10 lakhs per annum, then definitely in your tax structure in traces where you will get annual tax statement, you can download it from the IT website. So where your tax statement in a year, how much of tax you have paid, and over there you will have your own entries from each organization, how much tax has been paid, like that it will be there now. So that will be the secondary document available to assess your work experience with that particular company. Okay, so this is how your outcome looks like. You will get such a kind of one beautiful letter. It is very it feels very great when you receive like this. And what they give is that, see, in your portal they'll say that I have hidden my application info just to avoid all unnecessary issues in the later stages. So they will mark you as competent. Occupational categories, I had applied for professional engineer under ANSCO code of 233512. Okay, my services, what they have given is MSA Competency Demonstration Report and assessment of relevant skilled employment. My employment was assessed. So based on this, what they have given is that thank you for Migration Skills Assessment Competency Demonstration Report application. Engineers Australia is pleased to advise that the competence you have demonstrated taken in conjunction with your qualification from the following institution: my educational institution, completed awarded in April 2013. So occupational classification, what they have given, meets the current requirement of the following occupation. So professional engineer, skill level 1, occupation is mechanical engineer, code and date. So this is about my education. This they have approved. Highest relevant qualification, what they have given is bachelor's degree. Relevant skilled employment assessment, so I don't have a Australian skilled employment assessment, so they have given nil. And overseas skilled assessment, they have given from April 2013 to September 2022. So based on your supporting documents, they have approved all my 9 years of experience, whatever I had. So this is the outcome of your CDR demonstration report. So now coming back to the crisp of all this and how I wrote my career episode. See, I'll be very honest with you, there are very minimum videos in YouTube regarding CDR. That too for mechanical engineers. I have seen people who are with electronics and communication, civil engineering. For other things it is there. For mechanical engineers there is very minimal career episodes available. I will show you, I will not hide anything. This is my original work, so I can very well demonstrate what your career episode looks like. See, you'll have to have one introduction. There are many websites wherein you can get your sample career episodes for mechanical engineers, and then you can go on filling up your details. Okay, so you'll have to have one introduction, you'll have to give the brief history, time, duration, what was the time when this project was undertaken, location, I've given my hometown, organization, in which company, what was the name of the project to reduce the customer and rejection ppm by eliminating the contamination issues, what is my position. So just give a brief about yourself, you worked in which company, in which division, in a span of 3 years you are promoted, like this. You give a brief introduction, then you give a background of the problem during my tenure. So I was responsible for ensuring the, so make sure that everywhere you don't put we, you put as I, show your authority, show that you are doing the work. Okay, and I was responsible for ensuring the supplier performance and effective implementation of corrective actions. So like this, you give your background. Once you give the background, then about my company, there was some issue and this issue had to be solved. My project hierarchy, I am the manager purchasing, guidance from my director purchasing. So what was the team involved in this project. You need to make sure that you are giving your roles and responsibilities in this project very firmly, and you should make sure that you are leading the team and you are the problem solver, and everyone will come to you for solving the problem. So you'll have to give all your tasks, like plan and coordinate project timeline, and assign tasks to team members, apply engineering principles, setting a goal for anticipated rejection levels, all this, what your project looks like. So I've just given a brief background about how the current situation is about, and what is the current rejection trends, what is the defect Pareto, what is the major rejection contributor, what my customers requirement are, and current flow, process flow, how it is in my supplier end and in my end, what is the process flow diagram, and just analyzed which kind of rejections are high on that particular part, and I've just justified for my project. Okay, and I've done what we have done. We did the Gamba discussions with the cross-functional team, and we walked through the processes. We found this and this were the major areas where we needed to work. And initially ICA, what is interim corrective actions, what we have taken on that particular problem, and what changes we have done in the process to eliminate this. How did I validate my change with the use of some statistics, and target, what was the target from 1505 ppm to in the my first step of after implementing ICA, my rejection levels dropped to 900, and with the targets, now my target is to, for the first quarter, is to have 900 ppm. So with that, for that I just conducted a YY analysis, major root causes for contamination issue. How did I, like the, here I am talking about the quick fixes, what I can do without much of like, before I can take a permanent corrective action, what I can do to protect my customer. Okay, this is about ICA and this is about PCA, what actions we can take to avoid this issue permanently. And we have done the YY analysis of major 3 root causes and action, what action we have taken, implementation of robotic washing machine, how we washed and how we overcame the contamination issues in the components. Then over here, these technical details are most important. Okay, so over there they are looking at your mechanical engineering competencies, nothing about your quality systems or something. So you'll have to be very specific. The whatever the robotic machine we are going to use is the standard, reach of that robo is 500 by 900 mm. So I had to design my fixture in such a way that my robo can reach all the parts and I can do the robotic washing in that, and major technical details needs to be put over there. And how did I qualify my parts with the millipore test procedure. This is how the millipore test looks like. And after taking the corrective actions in the process, how my rejections dropped. And in 3 months, that is my average was 900, but I achieved 905. Overall rejection levels reduced, and thereby my problems resolved in this particular case. So this is how one career episode should look like. Major things to remember is that go to the technical details, address mechanical engineering principles in your career episode. So this becomes very important when you write summary statement for a professional engineer. There are few set of classifications. Are you implementing the manufacturing techniques? Are you using risk mitigation plans? Are you using all these kind of checkpoints are there? So over there you'll have to quote. In my career episode 1, I have addressed this over here, like that you'll have to quote. So all your mechanical engineering related concepts needs to be briefed in, so as to make sure that you are covering all the major aspects of mechanical engineering, and make sure that your English is proper. Okay, in this. So I'm not vouching for anything, but use any English betterment softwares like Grammarly or anything other than that for while writing your demonstration report, to ensure that there is no spelling errors, there is no word or phrase formulation errors as such, so as to avoid that. Just to give a good feeling to the assessor that you are having a competent English as well. So this becomes very vital. So this is how the career episodes have been written. Okay, this is my career episode, how I wrote, and because of it I did not even get one question in this. There was no question in terms of the career episodes are concerned. Okay, these were very crystal clear, and he was okay with it. He did not ask for any much in this. And how do we demonstrate our uh, uh, your CPD? So CPD, there are two ways you can log. One is through the template available, wherein you'll have to feed everything manually, or secondary is there is a one section called record my CPD in Engineers Australia portal. So when you go over there, you'll have to add your CPD activities, each activities. This is, as I've told you previously, CPD is nothing but your how you are improving your professional qualifications by day. You are not sitting idle, you are improving your skills so as to make sure that you can become a successful leader in the future. So I have given from the latest to the oldest. See, what I told is that in 12th of March, I attended internal quality system for auditor training. So it is type 2. So wherein you are just putting up, updating which kind of skill is that. It is conferences and seminars. That is type 2, and it is finalized. Duration, how many hours? 14 hours I have attended. So then postgraduate diploma in business administration, type 1. It is a formal study, right? You have undergone a degree education. So date from the start date and duration 60 hours. So finalized. So then what I have learned, I put learning Siemens and next 11. It is workplace learning, type 3 kind of learning. My duration of learning is 50 hours. Then automotive industry group VDA FMEA training, which I underwent. It is a type 4 conference and journal preparation presentation. So it is 14 hours. It is recorded. Introduction to marketing. This is a private study what I have gone through. So if you are putting all these, then you should have some kind of backup available. Okay, don't simply put that yes, I am going to put anything what I want in my CPD, and if you do not have any necessary backups available, whatever you have done, you put that. Okay, introduction to financial accounting, I did it through Coursera. So I put over here 12 hours of study. So financial accounting, Six Sigma, advanced improve and control phases. So this is from University of Georgia, offered by Coursera. Again, I put type 4 private study, Six Sigma, and supplier relationship management and advanced negotiation skills. This is I attended in Indian Institute of Materials Management, Bangalore branch. And this is also finalized. I put 16 hours. So the crisp of your CPD recording is that you should have in your base area, like my area is mechanical engineering. In my area, I should have record bare minimum 50 hours of CPD. So when you export it to PDF, your CPD looks like, I will try to show you. So see participant record. So your CPD looks like this. This you will be uploading in your application. So each in this what you have learned, I have written for one. I will just explain this supplier relationship management, advanced negotiation skills. I have studied 16 hours. Provider, who is the provider? And this workshop is exclusively designed for practicing professionals holding middle or senior positions in procurement, purchasing, export, import, materials management, SCM and finance. The methodology includes case studies and role plays. This training enriched my knowledge, enhanced my skills in their day-to-day professional activities of managing supplier relations and negotiating meaningful contracts, and thus contributing both the top and bottom lines of the business. So a description about that training you should give, what this training is all about, how it is. So if you give, then your overall recording will come like, see, I have given 224 hours of my recording over there. My type A is, type 1 is 183 hours, type 2 is 179, type 3 is 88, type 4 is 152 hours. So overall cost engineering, so it is 7 hours. So like these areas where you put your CPD recorded, and this is a very useful tool in Engineers Australia. So you need not to put everything in template, and you need not to update. So this is one good thing. And coming to your last but not the least, professional engineer summary statement. So this is also a very important, like this is the index of all your work what you have done in your books. Now when you enter the book, they will find some context or index, so wherein you will be having certain set of chapters which with the page number you will give, right? So like that kind of summary statement, wherein this is for professional engineer. This are the checkpoints which is been given by Engineers Australia itself. So professional engineer 1.1 is the checkpoint based on knowledge and skill basis, comprehensive theory based understanding of the underpinning natural and physical sciences and the engineering fundamentals applicable to the engineering discipline. So for this I have written how you have applied each elements. I have learned foundry science, the types of processes involved in current technological advancements. I understood the theory of manufacturing techniques. I learned the chemical reaction of shell core and cold box core making process. And this you'll have to reference it in your career episodes. In my career episode 1, the para number 4, it has been addressed. In my career episode 2, para number 5, it has been addressed. Like that, you'll have to give a referencing for each and every thing. Engineering application ability, there are also set of checkpoints which needs to be checked, and professional and personal attributes, how it is, and everything you'll have to show. So this is how your professional engineering summary statement looks like. So Hope this content has been useful to you, and I believe that this has given at least a brief background about how to proceed with your CDR application and what to have before applying for it in the first place. So if you have any queries or any kind of doubts, please do not assume anything, land up in costing huge money, and do not involve in plagiarism. Ensure that your English is up to the mark. Use some English guiding tools or softwares while writing the career episodes, and I definitely believe that you will hit that mark of competency of whatever the skill set you are going to acquire, whether professional engineer or engineering manager or engineering technician, whatever you are willing to. And just coming to the end of this video, this takes a lot of time. I know that. I hope you know or you understand this. To prepare for these videos, do some background research, get some presentation ready for your ease of understanding, and it takes a lot of time. So in order to justify this time spent, I would certainly love to have your responses, as well as hitting off that subscribe buttons and liking and sharing with the most needy ones, so as to make sure that this content reaches many of others whom I may not know but you may be knowing, and this may be video helpful for them and in their future endeavors. So without taking much of a time, I wish you all the very best for your CDR, and hope to receive much more feedback in this about this video in the comment section. And I love you all. See you with the one more set of video next week. Thank you so much. Bye bye.